So we are right by the Capitol building, right behind me. So it was about a 20 minute walk from the Union Station. And magnificent. You know, I've only seen this in movies. I've never been to Washington before today. And I can't thank the Almighty enough, because had my ticket, my bus not been cancelled, I wouldn't have come here. Matlab, I was not going to come to Washington. I was going to go from Ohio. But अब आ गए हैं तो पूरा एक्सप्लोर करेंगे. So this is just before the exit. So I've checked in my baggage. You see the counter behind me? That's baggage check-in. So I can check in my baggage here, and I can go outside and explore Washington DC. So this is exactly what I plan on doing. And chalo abhi, let's go out and explore Washington DC. Guys, this is what the Union Station looks like from outside, and here there are people catching trains and buses and tours and everything. To be really honest, it's like I think the best station that I have seen so far in the US. So I've decided to walk up until the Capitol. Earlier I was a little hesitant because it was quite far, but I think I'm like halfway there, so I might as well continue and watch this magnificent structure known as the Capitol in Washington. So this is the directory, the building directory. They also offer tours for the Capitol Visitor Center. There's the Senate Office buildings, U.S. Supreme Court. So this is the Russell Senate Office building, and there's a lot of security there, so I'll be quick. So these are all the cops and security cars right in front of the Capitol. I believe that is the Supreme Court of the United States of America. I think it is right opposite the Capitol. I'm not 100% sure. Don't take my word for it. I'll find out more details. But right here. This is the Supreme Court of the United States of America. And the biggest decisions of the world take place here. See all these tourists taking pictures there. Equal justice under the law. So these are the steps to the Supreme Court. So we will climb these stairs together. Okay, we will go to the Supreme Court and we will see the view from the top. You know, never in my wildest dreams, I never thought that I would be visiting the Supreme Court of the United States of America. I've only seen it in movies. Like, it is magnificent. Just being here, on the steps of the Supreme Court. It is very fulfilling, and alhamdulillah, I'm very grateful to the Almighty that this could happen. So this is the gate to the Supreme Court right there. Obviously it is closed right now, but just being here, it is a very fantastic feeling. And to all of you who are thinking of traveling to the United States, make sure to visit Washington, D.C. I mean, just this area alone, in my opinion, or maybe even otherwise, I think it is the most valuable vicinity, this Union Station and the Capitol and the Supreme Court, most valuable in all of the United States, or probably even in the world. This right here. So right in front of it says, "Do good, seek peace, and pursue it." That's the Palm 3414. And this building right in front of us, this is the United Methodist Building. And it is right next to the Supreme Court of the United States of America. And this building in front of us, this is the Reserve Officers Association of the United States. I don't really know exactly hai kya, but building hai, important hai, tabhi hai. So this building here, this building is also known as the National Women's Party building, but this monument has been closed. So right now we are standing by the intersection of 2nd Street and Maryland Avenue. And again, this is still part of the Capitol area. And look at that building in front of me. It's so beautifully done. So this building here, this is the Veterans of Foreign Wars office building. You see all these images. Wait, I'll get you. From 1776 to 1976. Out of the past, so great to build a greater future, in honor and memory of the veterans of all America's wars, who by their service kept the torch of freedom burning. This monument is dedicated by veterans of foreign wars of the U.S. and the Ladies Auxiliary to the VFW, in honor of all who have served, their parents, wives, and children. One thing that I noticed is a lot of people here, they don't speak in English. They speak in Spanish. They say no Espanol only, no English at all. So one more thing I wanted to share with you while I'm in Washington. Did you know that Washington has the highest minimum wage in all of United States? I believe that their minimum wage in the Washington area, Washington DC, right here, I believe it is $14.50, and that is the highest for any state in the United States. So this is the very famous Massachusetts Avenue, a little further away from the Capitol and also a little further away from the Union Station, but extremely popular here in Washington. So this area that I'm walking, Massachusetts and 2nd Street, 3rd Street, these are also residential areas. I've seen many houses here that you can actually get on rent or buy, whatever. Obviously there were no signs available, but these are proper residential area, but it is further away from the Capitol and from the Union Station. And you will also find some pubs, supermarkets, you'll find some Vietnamese pho, and you'll find a barber shop, you'll find, what else is there? Bakers. So a few things right on Massachusetts Avenue. So one more thing I noticed here, you see the gas prices? So the gas prices here is $4.89 for a gallon. And where I was in Georgia, Atlanta, it was $3.89. So almost $1 difference here. You see all this? So this is all residential area, very close to the Union Station. So you see this house here, this house belongs to the Chancellor of the Washington headquarters, SCIF, right here. So this is right next to the Union Station. It's called Butter Chicken Company. You know what? I'm so proud to see this here. देखो कैसा है. Zoom करके देखते हैं. So I've walked about 1.5 kilometers away from the Union Station as well as the Capitol. So I'm actually a little tired now. Honestly, I've been walking quite a bit. So what I'll do is I'm going to give you a 360. I will show you the view of what's nearby. ज़्यादा कुछ है नहीं इधर. There's some construction going on. I can see the trains that run from there, and I also see the local trains that run from in front of me. So I will show you a 360. So right now we are right by L Street and 2nd Street, and we will be heading towards the Union Station. So basically this area here, all the big buildings, all the expensive buildings, they have Union behind them. Like this building here, this is known as Union Place. So right in front of us, that is the Federal Credit something. I can't read it, but that is also another important building. So we are right by the Marriott. What the Marriott looks like, and right next to it there are a few restaurants. There's something known as Uncourt. So we are by North Capitol Street right now. So here there are all these people waiting to get inside the club. So the club is called Wonder Garden, and 100% ID check. So it is almost sunset. It's about 9 o'clock, and there's a beautiful church in front of me, and the bell was going on at 9 o'clock, and right there is the Union Station, and that is where we are heading now. So this is the US Post Office, National Capital Station, Washington. I'll show you the building. It is a massive, humongous building. So we've reached Union Station. The intersection is right there. You see North Capitol and Massachusetts. So all the area that I've covered today, that is also known as the National Shrine Region area. So all this area that I showed you, that was all National Shrine. So Union Station is also known as 2 Massachusetts Avenue. So that is where it's located. So this is the night view.
Baseball game right now. Oh my god, that must feel amazing. Yeah, for his birthday. Let's take a picture.
So we are inside the Union Station. Alright, so this is my last time. I have to catch the Greyhound going to New York City. The journey from Washington to New York is about 4.5 hours. It is not that much, and the bus departs from here at 11 p.m. and arrives in New York at about 3:30 in the morning. So I still have about an hour left, but I have to say one thing. So now instead of the Greyhound, we'll be taking the Flixbus. So now Greyhound will operate as Flixbus, and I was waiting for Greyhound. So you gotta be very careful what they are operating as in what state.